Say, what if I was told that I have a weak acid of pH of 5 is titrated with a strong base. Okay, that's all I'm told, and I need to graph it. So let's try this one. So it's a little different because I'm starting with a weak acid. Oh, and I assume it's monoprotic as well. You guys won't have to do polyprotic until Chem 30 in terms of titrations. We do titrations in Chem 30 too. So here we'll put our volume of our titrant. And by the diction that's given here, my titrant is a strong base, so I'm just going to put a note to myself because I like to know, just to remember. And then here's my pH, 0, 7, 14. So you always start with the pH of your sample. So this one is going to start like about, say, here approximately. Now if I'm ending with a strong base, it's going to be going up to say the strong base is like a pH of 13. Okay? So it will start off normal like a buffer. I'll go up a little bit. This peaks, so and then it levels out. So now, if I look, so here's my buffer, like normal. And if I look at this line, okay, so about halfway, I don't know, like approximately maybe like 10 or 11, would you say? Maybe like 10? I don't know. It's not really perfect graph here. So you can see how the equivalence point, or the end point, the pH, is higher, right? So then 7, as our other examples show. So just keep that in mind. You can have different types of graphs depending on what your sample is and what your titrant is. Okay, so let's continue. Where did I have that there? Oh, there it is. Okay, so indicators. pH meters can be used to carry out a titration, but it's more convenient to use an indicator because then you know, like you can see the qualitative difference. I guess if you had somebody standing over the pH meter too, but an indicator works nicely because then it's prettier too, you know, it's colorful. Okay? Indicator should change color immediately after the end point volume is reached. The pH of the endpoint should fall within the pH range of the indicator. Just like I showed you yesterday when we looked at the scale, you know, when we looked at like the methyl orange example, instead of being red or yellow, the endpoint should be orange. Did I give this to you for something? No, I don't think I did. I'm just showing it to you. Okay. Oh, nah, never mind. We won't do that. Okay, so now I want you to do a couple textbook questions that help you think about titrations and the titration graphs. But before you do that, I'm going to talk to you about writing a lab report, just so then everybody can listen, like, yeah, everyone's here. Well, not here. To tell Hannah, and then people that are awake can